Knowledge is power, but not everyone knows where to find factual information. As a professional writer, it's my job to know precisely where to look. So today, I'm going to share some of my ways of doing research, and hopefully it will help you to find the information that you're looking for. Don't go away.
Rose-colored glasses, take one.
Hi, I'm Angel Logan, and thank you for joining me today on Rose-Colored Glasses with Lord and Lady Logan. If you're new to our channel and you want to watch some of our previous shows, or you're a current subscriber trying to catch up on episodes that you've missed, you can search us on YouTube by typing at Rose-Colored Glasses-Logan, going to the hashtag Rose-Colored Glasses, or type the following web address into your browser: youtube.com/@rosecoloredglasses-Logan. I spend a lot of time researching information, whether it's for a customer writing project or for digital creation, because I want to be sure that I'm responsibly sharing information with readers and viewers. My writing customers have always counted on me to do my homework first to effectively write about the countless topics that are related to their individual projects. This has enabled me to create content without wasting the customer's time with unnecessary questions. They've always known that I would find whatever I needed to complete the job on my own and that it would be accurate. Of course, our Rose-Colored Glasses show is based upon our rose-colored thoughts and opinions, but it's still important to know the facts before sharing our opinion on different topics. Makes sense, right? So, where do we look to figure out if the information that we're reading or sharing is true or not? Well, let's begin with the places where we should not look. For instance, when I need info, I never look in social media. Why? Because we all know there's a lot of information floating around that's posted and reposted by regular people like you and me, sharing personal thoughts and opinions, which often don't originate from facts or experts, just our viewpoints. In fact, some people make the mistake of thinking that all of the info posted on social media is legit because it may have come from a trusted friend, so it must be true, right? Not necessarily, because many of these posts originate from an unknown random person just sharing an opinion, and then they're shared by literally thousands of people before ever reaching your trusted friends and then you. Some people like to go to community forums where questions about virtually any topic are posted and anyone can answer. But these answers aren't always based on facts either. They're typically based on opinions of the people answering, and usually anyone has the option to create an account and provide opinion-based answers. There are many popular sites where people always go to look up info because you may find some factual information. But if you read the fine print or the disclaimer sections of those sites, many state that they cannot guarantee the accuracy, validity, or reliability of the content on their sites. The AI-generated content that pops up on some search engine queries is another example. AI stands for artificial intelligence. So basically, a computer's doing the work for you, searching, gathering details, and writing. However, AI does not offer any guarantees of accuracy. When AI provides info, it's based on various places that it searches online. Now, the cool thing is that AI can search with lightning speed, making it a much easier process for us. However, as with many areas of life, speed often results in mistakes, and the same applies to AI because it doesn't check for accuracy. It simply pulls info from wherever it can gain public access. Now, this isn't a reliable source, especially if you're relying upon AI to do your homework or to help with a professional project. Sure, AI can give you a point of reference with many facts, but you should always verify that information before you trust it, especially if you're searching for something sensitive or important like your schoolwork. Stay tuned, because I'm going to share some of the places where you should look to verify your facts, and later on in this episode, I'm going to tell you my trick for making sure the information I'm reading or sharing is correct and reliable. Sometimes it's tempting to share or repost something that sounds like it could be true, even if you aren't completely sure. However, the best and most responsible thing that we can do is to do our homework to find out first. This way, we won't be guilty of sharing any information that might be harmful to someone else or just not accurate. For instance, there are all kinds of rumors floating around in certain social media forums about your privacy in those forums. I saw one going around a few years ago suggesting that a particular social media platform was controlling who sees your posts in the feeds. This was not true at all, and the rumored solution for this non-existent problem wasn't true either. How did I know? I simply researched the issue in their policies and terms of service sections, and what I discovered is that they offer a feature that enables people to see the posts of their closest friends first in the feeds, just as a convenience. In this setting, you can prioritize up to approximately 25 of your friends to see their posts first before seeing anyone else's. Maybe you want to see your best friend's post right away without having to scroll through all of your other friends' posts, or maybe you have a list of people who you prefer to see first. This setting automatically defaults to the people you tend to interact with the most, and then you have the option to change that list. Or if you don't want to prioritize your friends' posts at all, and you just want to see them as they come out, you can uncheck everyone on the list. It's completely up to you, and there's nothing sinister happening at all. I know that I felt a lot better after reading the actual policy about it, trying it out, and getting the confirmation that I needed to prevent me from sharing the wrong information with my friends. The cool thing about all of the research that I've done over the years is all of the knowledge that I've gained about so many different topics related to people, life, business, and even law. For instance, it's my understanding that the U.S. and many countries around the globe have very similar humanitarian laws to protect the health and well-being of people from all around the world. And when it comes to U.S. law, I have a printed copy of the U.S. Constitution that I can refer to at any time when I need to know how things actually work legally. And even if I didn't have a copy, I can visit the U.S. government website to read it there. Plus, every state in the U.S. has a state constitution, and the U.S. Constitution sometimes defers to the state version for certain circumstances related to state matters. And every city or town has its own ordinance. There's usually something very similar available to people in many countries. Of course, if the law that you're researching isn't in any of those documents, you can find them in a legal database online or the legal section of your library. So it is definitely worthwhile to read these documents, because this will tell us everything that we need to know about what's legal and what isn't. I'm always noticing posts here and there about what's healthy for people. For instance, some people believe that all cholesterol in the human body is bad. And, believe it or not, there are some crazy rumors going around lately that all cholesterol is good. However, what I've been learning is that there is good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. There are prescribed medications for severe conditions that help with the bad cholesterol, which ultimately helps to lower blood pressure and promote heart health. But also there are dietary changes that people can make for less severe conditions that reduce the bad and increase the good. How do I know this? Because I spoke with a healthcare professional who has the expertise to know this. And it's always good to check with your doctor about something like this. But also there are many very reliable and trusted medical journals that will tell you the facts. And if you get bogged down by the confusing clinical language that they use in these articles, just scroll down to the summary, which will be much easier to understand and more to the point. So I promised to tell you my trick for making sure that the information I'm reading or sharing is correct and reliable, and that is cross-referencing. Cross-referencing is when you search for the same information from multiple sources and you compare the details from the different sources to make sure it all matches. This helps you to make sure the data is reliable and accurate, and it helps you to identify biases that can make the information less reliable. Cross-referencing has always worked for me, and it's enabled me to find the most accurate information, whether it's for professional or personal research. Knowledge is power, and when you know the facts and you can make informed decisions, you can't go wrong. We want to hear from you. In the comments section below, tell us what helps you to find the information that you need. Thank you for watching. If you click on more in the description section below right above the comments, you'll find links and information about our channel and today's show. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying our show. And we hope that you'll visit again to take a look through our rose-colored glasses. Until next time.